Hello, I'm Rashmi Bhandary, and today I have got Sobhan George with me. Hello, Sobhan.
Hi, ma'am.
So Sobhan is an instructor. He teaches, coaches IAS for IAS, coaching, and more than 100 students clear IAS every year who have been coached under him. So it's a pleasure for us to have you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. So today, Sobhan is going to actually address mostly the about IAS and how students can clear the IAS. So Sobhan, how does not only IAS, what is the UPSC all about, and what are the rounds and how does the student actually clear it?
Yeah, UPSC is a constitutional body which conducts the recruitment to the top services of the nation.
Yeah.
And the cherished and the highlight of the UPSC examination is what is called the IAS examination, which is in fact originally called Civil Services examination. But the glamour for the IAS makes it as the IAS examination.
Yes.
Actually, it's an examination for 23 to 24 services every year.
Yes.
Not only IAS, we have a lot of subjects, services like IAS, IPS, IFS, IRS, then so many railway services, account services, police services, armed forces headquarters service. We have lot of services. So UPSC examination is an examination for 23 to 24 elite services of the Indian Union.
Yes.
And of that, the top three, IAS, IPS and IFSR is having more attraction as the people are fighting for that in reality. Right. No one is fighting for AFHQ or account services.
Yes.
Everyone is fighting for the top three services, and eventually they will get into some of this 23 or 24 services.
Okay.
This is the examination.
All right. So how many students actually attempt it every year, and how many clear it?
It's almost now the number is exceeding. When I started the preparation, it was around 1.5 lakh total attendance.
Okay.
Now it is 10 lakhs, crossed 10 lakhs, and from that eventually 800 to 850 students clear the examination.
All right. So it's a very tough paper from the looks of it, but then how does so should anyone actually attempt this? Because how tough is it? Because 10 lakhs writing and hardly 800 clearing.
See, the 10 lakh appearing is that shows the improvement in the education in the country. Ours is a country with the 130 crore.
Yeah.
Still that 10 lakh seems to be very less only in the real sense.
All right.
But eventually 800 into the service.
Yes.
So you need only one post. So there are 800 opportunities are there.
Yes.
So everyone who are dedicated for the nation, they want to do something for the people of India, who want to serve the nation, should attempt this examination.
So earlier when we were talking, you said a lot of students are attempt without preparation. So that number, could you just give this ratio as to what is the competition exactly?
Actually, this 10 lakh, no need to worry about the 10 lakh. Out of that, minimum 5 lakh to 7 lakh are just appearing the examination just for the sake of writing some examination. And I had seen the people who don't know anything about this UPSC or the thing. When we were attempting the examination, when we visit the examination centers, people will come randomly to write some examination. So actually the competition is limited to 2 lakh, 2.5 lakh.
Oh, so
that's a serious competition.
Okay, so that's a sort of a relief that it's only around 2 to 3 lakhs for serious competitors. Yeah.
Yes.
And so, how long should a student actually start preparing? Especially engineering students, you have a lot of engineering students and most of the viewers are engineers. So, I mean, how long for anyone to prepare?
Let me say that happy news, that is more than 70% of the students who clear this examination is engineers.
Okay.
And my students, almost 80% is engineers, and all my optional students, except a few, who cleared this examination the last 10 years. My optional student, history optional students, around 40 students cleared in the last 5 years. Of that, 37 are engineers.
Okay.
Okay. And they studied history optional from me. It's not like that. The engineering students, they are better because their strategy, the way they prepare, like this, just writing the points and all.
Yes.
This examination in its present conditions suits the engineers well.
All right. And what are the papers? I mean, what are the different levels that a student has to clear to reach to get the post?
Actually, we have 3-stage examination. One is a preliminary.
Yeah.
Preliminary is consisting of a General Studies Paper 1 and a General Studies Paper 2. Paper 1 consists of the random topics like history, geography, economy, Constitution of India, environment, science and technology, and current affairs.
So this is mandatory for anyone?
Yeah, this is mandatory for all. So it's a general study. That's why it is general studies.
Okay.
And it could be managed with the NCERT books, some standard books, and the newspaper reading. That's enough.
All right.
Yeah. And the paper 2 is regarding reasoning, mental ability and English. And engineers can score well there, even though the score is not a matter now. Now it is just a qualification paper.
All right.
Engineers can easily qualify that. The advantage is that when art students have to prepare for that aptitude paper to clear that, engineering students, you can go and have a cakewalk there. Though they can concentrate only to the paper 1.
All right. So the second paper is basically general aptitude, which everyone usually does competitive, especially if you're planning to write you're writing your campus recruitment papers and you're attempting that. So it's similar to that. So like you said, the general aptitude, the first paper is the main one. And you spoke about the current affairs. So if a student has to read any newspaper or anything or be in touch, what should they be doing?
Hindu newspaper, The Hindu.
Okay.
That's the only source which I advocate. Okay. Apart from that, if the students wants, they can read the government publications like Yojana and all.
Which one?
Yojana.
Central
government's publication.
All right.
That's enough. More than enough.
That's enough. The Hindu paper, Yojana, and any other magazine?
No magazines. One thing is that for the mains examination and interview, you can read the Economist magazine.
All right.
It's a very good magazine that will, what we can say, expand your intellectual horizon and all.
All right. So once you clear this prelims, then you are called for the mains.
Yeah.
All right. So what happens in the mains?
Mains examination is this preliminary paper is an objective paper, OMR type test. Whereas the mains examination is a descriptive paper. It consists of 9 papers. Of that, 7 papers for ranking, 2 papers for minimum qualification. The qualification paper are English and a regional language like Kannada, Malayalam or anything. There what is required is that you should score around 25% of that.
Okay.
75 marks out of 300. That's enough. If you didn't clear that paper, if you didn't get 75, you are out of the race.
Okay.
The remaining 7 paper, 4 paper on general studies, 1 paper on general essay and 2 optional subjects.
Okay.
7 papers are there. 7 into 250, 1750 is the total marks for the mains examination. And out of that, if you score around 800, 850, you will be called for interview.
All right. So usually how many people of the 10 lakh reach the mains?
Around 12,000.
Okay. It reduces to 12,000. All right. And once you clear the mains, before that, how much of preparation is required to clear the mains? So should someone actually first start preparing only for the prelims and then focus on the mains, or any way?
Actually, we should have an integrated approach. There is nothing called a preliminary preparation. We have preparation for mains, we can say.
All right.
So what is ideal is that just 1 year before the examination, 1 year before the prelims examination,
all right,
one should start the preparation.
Okay.
And for the first 8 months, he should focus only on mains.
Only on the mains?
Only on the mains.
Before writing the prelims?
Yeah. Before writing the prelims, he should focus only on the mains.
All right.
8 months dedicated preparation for mains, including your optional. The same thing is there. See, history, geography, economy, polity, environment, that is repeated in the prelims.
Okay.
When you study that in the mains point of view, the advantage is that you will have a detailed, in-depth knowledge. And that will help you. That is, when you finish your mains, that 8 months, automatically 80% of your prelims preparation is automatically done. Okay. On the other hand, if you focus only on prelims, the problem is that you will go around some petty facts and all. You will not clear prelims, and then there is no question of the mains.
Right.
If this way, if you prepare for mains, the advantage is that after 8 months, automatically your prelims preparation is automatically done, and you can fill that gap for prelims in the next 4 months.
All right.
And you can clear the prelims. And after clearing the prelims, you have only 3 to 4 months for the examination. No one can finish the main syllabus after prelims.
All right.
So here comes the mains preparation first. So just after the prelims, go for a revision of what you studied for mains. Go and write the mains examination.
All right. Well, that's a wonderful strategy. So you mean to say 1 year of dedicated study will actually enable the student to clear the IAS?
Definitely.
But from what as a layperson, usually it's, IAS is so difficult, and maybe 3 years, 4 years. So is it? What's the?
It's because you have a good competition. I said that there are serious 2.5 lakh competitors,
yes,
and the cutoff mark of prelims is 98 to 100 out of 200. So that shows that intense competition.
Yes.
So sometimes you may miss by 1 mark, 2 mark, like that. So this is a paper where we can say little luck factor is also there.
Yes.
That's also there.
All right.
So minimum 2 attempts.
Yes.
Okay, you can get into service in the first attempt, but sometimes you may take 2 or 3 attempts.
All right.
Many winners, the leading IAS officers, there are people who cleared in the 5th attempt, 6th attempt also.
All right.
It happens.
Okay.
That depends on your luck also.
All right. So another point is the optional subject. So how does a student actually select or how should they go about selecting optional subjects?
This is a big question for all the civil service aspirants. Even the engineering students, they also clear the examination with art subjects.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Engineering subjects, there are people who clear with engineering. Last year, mathematics was the topper.
Okay.
But there is a general perception that engineering subjects and science subjects, it's not that scoring. And it is a fact also. If you go by the average also, engineering subjects and science subjects are not performing better. But there are exceptionally high marks in that paper, but that is limited to few. So most of the students who clear this examination, whether it is engineer or other non-engineering background and all, they choose either history, geography, sociology, anthropology, economics if you have post-graduation in that. Then the literature subjects, Kannada, Malayalam, Tamil or whatever literature. These are the so-called popular options. So it's better to take one of this popular option. Advantage is that these have ready coaching available everywhere in the country. Whereas the science subjects, very limited opportunity for coaching and training and all. That is also another difficulty. Then the next thing is that availability of books. That is also good for the art subject than the science subjects. So art subject, another thing is that a minimum guarantee of marks will be there. On the other hand, what's the trend we have seen in the science, mathematics and all, sometimes it will be very high, sometimes it will be too low. So such uncertainty is there. But the students who are very confident in their science subject, no fear, they can go ahead with that subject. And if any engineering students want to select this subject like history and geography, they should search which subject suit. For that, they may attend a few classes, some demo classes of the subject, or else they may take the NCERT book of the relevant topic, geography or history. Read that NCERT. If they feel that this subject is good for them, they are understanding that, they can readily take that subject. This is the mode of selection, selecting optional. You can take 3 to 4 months for choosing this optional subject. Don't go with the someone say this is good, that is good. Take your time, choose the option wisely. Once done, be firm on that.
That. So you should do that all before your 1 year of preparation.
Yeah, 1 year of preparation.
And then you should go about it. Now finally, once you clear the mains, you get your interview. So how should someone prepare for the interview?
Interview, you should be yourself. Okay, never try to
be yourself.
Be yourself.
Yeah.
They just test your integrity.
Yeah.
Okay, no one is going to test your knowledge in the interview because you are a knowledgeable person. That's why you are into the interview. They are aware of that.
Yeah.
Just go there as the mind of a student and admit whatever they guide you. Okay, never try to correct them, never intend to argue with them, and always believe that you cannot change your attitude or your personality in 2 weeks' time. So be yourself, be calm. That's enough. Okay, it's your personality test only. It's not a knowledge test.
Oh, it's not a knowledge test.
Never.
Oh, good. So you were earlier sharing that somebody did not answer a few questions initially, and then only the last 2 or 3 they answered well and they got through. So
he was my friend and now he is in the Jharkhand cadre IPS officer. He was one of the topper of the interviews of that year. He went there for interview. Out of the 14 questions, first 11 question he said no. And that no in the very polite manner. All the 11, whenever he was saying the no, he was not having any timid attitude or nothing like that. He
no, in the sense he didn't know. I don't know.
I don't know, sir. Okay. That's it. 11 questions in a stretch.
Alright.
See, if a normal person would have been destroyed by that time. But he kept his confidence. And the last 3 questions were from his literature subject, Malayalam literature, short stories. That 3 questions he answered wonderfully. He got 217 out of 300, which was one of the top marks of that year. It's not a knowledge test. How he behaved, how he withstood that test of 11 questions, that impressed the interview board.
Wonderful.
So it's your personality. Nothing to do with knowledge.
I just want to ask you one more thing is, now is it like you have to be highly intelligent because you have so many students, so what do you see? Who are the ones who crack? The brilliant people, the average people, or...
See, we cannot say that brilliance and average. Your academic marks, sometimes you are scoring 10 out of 10 in CGPA or very skilled in one subject, be it science and such students, I don't see them clearing the examination. Those students who were enjoying their college days with the trips, travel, for sports, games, and they are average in their subject also. They are not poor students, they are not extra bright, but an average student. They are the one who cracks this examination better because they are multi-talented. And civil service is a area not for perfectionists, it is for the talented people.
Alright. And how many hours should anyone put in? You know, that serious studies for that last 1 year, how many hours of studies?
That's a question everyone asks. I advise that 8 hours per day. Consistent preparation till your victory, 8 hours per day. And also don't forget to sleep for 8 hours.
No, that's very good. I like that. You know, you study for 8 hours, but don't forego your sleep. 8 hours.
8 hours. 8 hours study, 8 hours sleep.
Alright. And then you manage whatever
the remaining 8 hours you can enjoy your life also, no problem.
Alright. So thank you very much, Sobhan. I just hope this was useful for your viewers, and thanks very much.